Make one you know you won't regret. You've overstayed your welcome. Rules are made to be broken! Hey, give back Lady Bailu right now. Right, do not lower your integrity for anyone else, Bailu. Good job, good job, good job. That's right. Remember, if you get hungry, I can conjure up anything you like. Berry fenced skewers, stat taro bubble tea, you name it, we have it right here. Okay, make some right now. Not yet. Why don't we play that game first? You bad guys over there, okay? You're gonna be in the game too. Look, let's make a run for it. If we escape from them, I'll conjure up all your favorite snacks and drinks. Wow, then what are we waiting for? Let's go. We're free from chromas. We can play all day, every day. Wait, stop. Ahí la sé que no go. Wait, this is the exact place where we got stuck in. Bruh. Get back here, child. I am 6 months old, bro. Shut up, Bailu. Why are you so fast, bro? You have tiny legs. Video bus.
Let's try a new strategy. I don't think we can beat them like this. We need to use our heads. We're gonna use our heads. Now we're really done for.
Oh, you guys are so unfit. I barely broke a sweat.
Catch your breath first. I can hear you panting from a mile away. Wait. I have an idea. How about we use a little reverse psychology? Instead of chasing Lady Bailu, we get her to come to us. Are you serious? That little dragon girl, she's gonna come running at us. Chasing Bailu around like this reminds me of something I saw back home when I was a child.
Chasing Bailu around like this reminds me of something I saw back home when I was a child. On my home planet, resources were scarce, and if you wanted to eat shit, I mean crap. Sky makes fly so nimbly or so alert, and even the quickest of hands will have a hard time catching them. I am gathering around Guinafen.
Don't interrupt. Hear me out. The sky makes ecology.
Don't interrupt. Hear me out. The sky makes ecology is unique. It lives in symbiosis with a venomous creature named the Shrieking Lizard. When a sky mink goes out to feed, it lets the lizard protect its young. You look like from the Lua Fu, bro. So we used to go to sky mink nests to catch shrieking lizards instead. When a shrieking lizard gets caught, calls to a sky meek with a loud shriek to warn it to return to the nest and protect its young. Which, of course, led the sky meek right to us.
I'd
hesitate to call it that. Shrieking lizards spew out a potent venom. Many people lost their lives trying to catch a tiny morsel of meat for dinner. Nice story. But what does it have to do with chasing Lady Bilo? Isn't it obvious? If we catch one Bilo, the other will be running to us. I remember one of the judges had a precious item called the Lumambra guard, which could absorb and imprison Heliobi. Come to think of it, I think that's the thing I smashed. I wonder if they fixed it. Actually, I have one with me, but it's only effective when the Heliobi is close by. Nice. In that case, you can take the gourd and camp out in the corner. The rest of us will chase Lady Bilu back over here. If we catch Lady Bilu, will Luxie really follow into our trap? Do Heliobi really have a sense of loyalty to their victims? Who knows? Zero said that Luxie is kind of childlike. It's worth a try. Walk into the trap. It would be difficult to catch up to Bilu as she flees in the illusory maze. We can only drive Bilu to run into the Lunambra Gourds matrix. There are various doors in the illusory maze that can block the path. Close the appropriate doors to alter Bilu's escape route. Whoa. The Lunambra gourd is in place. If we can chase Lady Bilu into this spot, we should be able to catch her. Be careful, okay? Shut the hell up, Charlotte. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Let's go. I'm gonna lock this door. Dumbass.
Why do grown-ups always say that it's harder for them? So weird. Weren't grown-ups kids once too? But you spoiled the fun for younger you just because older you isn't happy.
Get back here, bitch!
Why do they always talk about this I don't understand?
You can't escape me. Shit. You should try opening this door. What? No way. Oh wait, never mind. I've got it right. Bitch. I'm a big meanie head. You're right. Sorry. Yo, boss, maybe we should let her off with a warning this time.
Sure enough, they walked right into our trap. I was considering letting you join the club and have fun with us. But since you're so determined to spoil everything, I'm afraid we'll have to settle our differences through violence. Yes, violence. The only language you grown-ups know how to speak, right? The one you use when you're telling us off.
Chill out, Bilu. Or Lulu. Or whatever. Pixie shit. Whatever. Every few turns, Fiend Fire will appear in the action order. When any turn ends, It will cause the Fiend Fire to shift towards the top of the action order. When Fiend Fire reaches the top of the action order, it takes effect on the unit that is currently taking action. When Fiend Fire appears next to allies, it will appear as a green flame. When it takes effect, it can replenish the Lunambra Gourd's Exorcism Mix energy. When Fiend Fire appears next to enemies, it will appear as a red flame. When it takes effect, it can greatly enhance the enemy that receives it. After an ultimate is used, Fiend Fire will immediately shift towards the top of action order. Using an ultimate when the red Fiend Fire is just about to reach the top of the action order will enable the team to capture the Fiend Fire. Ouch. Ouch. So out. Allies obtain Fiend Fire. Nice.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Oh shit.
Much better. Let's make it quick. Watch this awesome move.
Finally, she's the lead.
I'm sorry, Lulu. The grown-ups won. I can't play with you anymore. Huxley, we said we'd never go back to the grown-ups. Their promises, but we can't. There's nothing I can do about it. Playtime can't go on forever.
Yeah, you guys have to work and have responsibilities.
Let's make a plan next time. There won't be a next time. Quaqua, you know what to do.
No, don't. You're in their fun, bro. They just want to have fun.
We both have many years ahead of us, so in that sense, it won't be long at all. But for now, I have to leave with these grown-ups.
No way, bro.
All right. Lady Bilo, it's getting late. You need to go home now.
As the heliobus disappears, Bailu's eyes regain their clarity. She took free control of herself.
So fuzzy. Did I do something bad? No need to feel bad, Lady Bilo. You were in a dream world. None of it was your fault. It's only natural to want to escape when strict rules are being forced on you. I know there are a lot of grown-ups trying to control you, telling you what you can and can't do.
Nice one, Guinafen.
To blame.
It's only natural you want to escape when strict rules are being forced on you. I know there were a lot of grown-ups trying to control you, telling you what you can and can't do. They're the ones to blame.
I was ready to apologize to everyone. But apologize for what? You and me have a lot in
Apologize for
common. I'm
what?
almost grown up now.
You
But
know,
I still
you
miss
and
my
me have a
childhood
lot
days
in
running
common.
about barefoot.
I'm almost a grown-up now, but I still miss my childhood days and running about barefoot.
My big brother used to boss me around.
She's a
He'd give
big
me
brother.
chores, constantly telling me to grow up.
My
That kind
big
of
brother
thing.
used to boss
Then
me
one
around.
day, I
He'd
decided
give me
to change.
chores,
I ran away
constantly
to
telling me to
find my
grow up,
family,
that kind of
and
thing.
eventually settled on
Then
Cienjo.
one day, I decided to rebel. I ran away to prove that I could get without my family, and eventually settled on Xianxiu.
Whether it's a dragon lady like you,
Whether
or
it's
an
a dragon
ordinary
lady
person
like you, or
I
an
feel
ordinary
like many
person like
people's lives
me,
follow a similar
I feel like many
trajectory.
people's lives follow a similar trajectory.
One
One
day, you'll have
day,
the strength to leave your current situation.
you will have the
And move
strength to
on to the
live
next
your current
phase.
situation and move on to the next
I
phase.
suggest we try and cherish the good,
In the meantime,
rather than
I
apologize for
suggest
the
you
bad.
try to cherish the good rather than apologize for the bad.
Alright. I don't want everyone to feel too sorry for me. Hey, did you ever think about joining the Alchemy Commission as a psychotherapist? Jeez, there it was, pouring my heart out. Now I feel like this kid's lived longer than
She
I have.
did, bro. Jeez. There I was pouring my heart out. Now I feel like this kid's lived longer than I have.
Can we not linger around here too long? This place is really spooky. Maybe we can check something else.
Okay.
Truth be told, Luxie didn't seem as evil as the other
Truth
Heliobites.
be told, Lixie didn't seem as evil as the other Heliobi we've seen.
Sure made us run, though. If I ever have to do something like that again on the job, I'm filing for workers' comp. You think I don't really fall under good or evil? They just act according to their desires and emotions.
Just like curses in
As
Jujutsu
easy
Kaisen.
to do. I should go surrender myself to those two medics. They were looking so hard to find me. Wait. Huh? What is it? We're going to make a post about this paranormal incident online to attract more followers. It'll help us get more intel.
You tell Bailu about the website Ghostly Grove.
I get it.
Oh, I get it.
Can't
I can't tell the public that the dragon lady was possessed by Helios, right? So we won't mention my name, right? And we'll make a bad line. That's right. We want to report this incident like it's a paranormal phenomenon. The more exaggerated, the better. And then announce it was solved by our ghost hunting squad. Then we add on a few photos and videos. We'll be sure to get a lot of views. That's great and all, but I'm not good at making stuff on the spot. Adonis, I heard that you helped Mr. Jayan write stories before. You must be an expert wordsmith. Aren't you the one in charge of social media engagement? It's all a team effort. Come on. Help me think of something. Sounds good. Let me have a think about it. Here, a picture I snuck in for a post. That's a nice shot. But when did you take it? Don't worry about it too much. You people need to remember to take more pictures too, okay? More pics equal more fans. Next is a little creative liberty, am I right? A plain and simple retelling of a supernatural experience won't get any fans interested. We need to add a little pizzazz. The Ten Lords Commission also hopes to reduce the panic caused by the escaped Heliobi, so adding in some embellishment would be good. After selecting different post styles, we will also receive different types of comments. Adonis, let's post it once you selected your intended style. You can press here to change it if you're unsatisfied with the current post style. Mind blown! Check out this cosmic horror that can duplicate himself. Ha. I'd say that's a good title. What does anyone think? Alrighty then. It's decided. You should go back soon, Lady Bilo. Those two medics had a rough day. Okay, I'm going back now. Thank you for the rescue. Case closed. I never knew catching Heliabi would require so much work. We're not done yet. Madame Hania said that once we subdue the Heliobus, we should return to fictional garden and lock them inside of one of the evil binding matrix suppression towers. Why am I reading this, bro? No way, bro. Fuck that. Expel evil and capture stray spirits. With the support of the 10 Lords Commissioned Spiritfarers, you sealed the Heliobus within the Linumbra Gourd. It's over. Now I can finally get some rest. But there's still a lot of Heliobi roaming around out there. We can't rest for too long. Let's not worry about tomorrow. I couldn't agree more. I'd rather focus on resting first. I need to wait for my heart rate to recover before I go chasing another Heliobus. Let's continue in group chat. New message. Here. Coming. Hello, everyone. Hello, this is Adonis. Glad to meet you all. Hey guys, this is Hua. Glad to meet you all. Stop fooling around, Adonis. I won't keep you any longer since we're all tired. I just have one thing to say. Our post today is blowing up. It got tons of comments and reposts and has become one of the hottest posts today. Well done, Lady Gui. Woo! Woo! Yeah, everyone, go take a look. Cool. New investigation assignments. Anyone met a weirdo in the Exalting Sanctum who wants to play chess? Hot. Oh shit, I'm level 50 already. Nothing to report today. It's so quiet. No one's really chatty in here. So different from other general chat groups. Maybe everyone is just busy with their own thing. Oh yeah, busy is good. Busy is great. Little Gui. Adonis, Hua, come in. Our little Gui requires your presence and care. What happened? They're trying to get someone to chat with them. I see. I think these two are just so bored. They're chatting. They're fishing for chats. Don't bite. Okay, I won't bite. No way. No way, no way, no way. Whatever shall we do? I knew it earlier. I would have stopped her. But Queen made me do it. Sorry, I couldn't foil her plans. Are you upset, Koha? You probably are. Uh, uh, I'm not upset. No need to feel so bad about it. This ghost hunting squad group is never meant to be serious chat. Never meant to be a serious work chat only. Chat away if you want. Yay! Yay! Yay. The hell was that? Okay, let's start our equilibrium quest. It's getting late. Where to now? Adonis. Alright. Let's go Jingqi. Trial of Equilibrium, Part 4. Past Trial of Equilibrium, Part 4.
I'm with you. Seize the initiative. This ends here. Hope you're prepared. The name of Landwill, forged in ice. Never buckle.
Every petal will be swept away by the wind.
Wait for the time. Look at the drop. This ends here.
Burn away.
In the name of Landwill, forged in ice. Never buckle. My turn. Choose me.
Took all my skill points. Nice, 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 nice.
Time for another rest.
I'm with you.
You're lost.
all will be swept away by the wind.
Look at the trouble. Hope you're prepared.
This ends here. In the name of land that will forged in ice. Never falter! This ends here.
Choose your strike. Time for a shot.
Hope you're prepared.
Look at the trouble. Victory!
This ends here. In the name of land that will forged in ice. Never falter!
Every petal will be swept away by the wind.
My turn. Wait for the time.
Existence of me.
Choose your strike.
Damn it.
This ends here. We caught them unawares.
Jingwen.
It is a shame that,
As a nameless, her path never crossed with the Astral Express. It will be wonderful if she were aboard. A nameless whose path never crossed with the Astral Express. I'm sure if Jing Liu has ever mentioned this to you, but we had a mutual friend who was a nameless, just like you. The Foxians of the Zhen Xiao Yao Qing were known for their adventuring flying families. The most renowned of these families was that of her mutual friends. Her parents were established scholars and adventurers, and she naturally inherited the spirit of the nameless to travel to see the stars. She even has a famous travelogue in her name. I first heard about the Astral Express from her. It is a shame that in her travels to 1,000 stars, she never had the opportunity to board the Express, the sacred place of the nameless. All my talk of former days is rather spoiling the atmosphere. My apologies. Adonis, I hope you too will be able to make a travelogue of your own and include your experiences. I would love to read it. Who is this nameless you're talking about? Adonis. Yay, yo. Ooh. Jerry. purple. Okay, finally. Don't give me a weapon, don't give me a weapon. Oh, what? Luca. Level you up for some levels. Wait, oh, I already have them. Scheiße.
Nice. Let's go.
Nice, let's go! Bruh. Oh, J-E.
Serving under the 10 lords of Judge of Souls, I come to the world of the living to enforce their will.
Cool, dude. That's cool, little bro. Arlan.
Now this
type of cushion looks like it'll help with the fatigue. From sitting too long. My advice, stop sitting and start lying down. That's fine if you're not on the clock, but you can't just lie down at work. Sadly, a lot of our researchers get shoulder and neck pain. They're sat on their desks most of the day. Lady asked about ergonomic chairs for everybody, but I feel like there's room for improvement. Cushions like this one might actually be the missing piece. Who would have thought that I'd get ideas for office furniture while sightseeing on the express? Bruh.
back so soon.
What is it, Adonis? Ask away, Adonis. I will always have time for you. You want to understand more about the Nameless? Sure, I'll keep it short. Despite her cheerful demeanor, March is very anxious inside. When the Express found her, she was sealed in an enormous piece of six-faced ice. It took Welt a lot of work to get her to the Express. Not long after, the six-faced ice melted and vanished before our eyes. Marsh couldn't remember anything when she woke up. The people on the Express have at least a place to call home, but that's not the case for her. She doesn't have anywhere to return to outside the Express. Lately, she's getting more proactive, but I believe she's trying to cover up her fear with superficial happiness. Oh, no, God damn it, no. That's sad. Okay, how about we farm for artifacts? Branya build. I need to breathe soon.
rotation, and it can end up with your Bronya acting right before your damage dealer, which is the exact opposite of what you want. This is, it can desynchronize your turn rotation, and it can end up with your Bronya acting right before your damage dealer, which is the exact opposite of what you want. So for me personally, because my DPSs are so invested in these revitalizing stuff, I always have my Bronya act right after my main DPS, and then use skill consistently. The enemy doesn't survive invested, at least in revitalizing stuff. I always have my Bronya act right after my main DPS, and then use skill consistently. The enemy doesn't survive long enough for that to happen again and again, even if Moti would pause it. But I understand that's a situation that applies to all of you. So let's talk overall what you have access to and what are your options. First off, Battle Isn't Over is the best light cone, just in general. I always recommend this. Even though I super positioned mine, I only did that because I had so many other light cones leveled for my supports that I didn't see the point in raising another one just for the additional energy regen rate and the slight damage bonus that isn't really useful. So instead, if you have it...
Hey, over here, heavy is suddenly faster than your DPS. Well, that's the topic for today. We'll be explaining why the Hackerspace set and Win set can ruin your Bronya setup. So I explained in my very popular Bronya guide why the Win set was ruining Bronya in some setups, or barely improving her in others, and why it wasn't worth the farm. Well, Hackerspace wasn't out at that point, so we have some new problems to discuss. They both are still useful, but here are 4 problems why they might ruin your gameplay. So like and sub if this bit helps you out, and let's begin. Bronya has many ways of being played. You can run her high speed and basic skill rotation to preserve skill points in the case of skill point hungry DPS. You can run her even higher with stars or Win set. Get 3 actions in the first cycle. Or finally, like a lot of people do, you can run her in a -1 speed Bronya setup, where she'll be 1 speed slower than your DPS, ideally at 134 speed, with your DPS at 135. This means you can skill after your DPS has taken their action, and thus double their amount of actions. -1 speed is her best setup and offers the highest damage gain for your DPS, but only if you... -1 speed is her best setup and offers the highest damage gain for your DPS, but only if you have the skill points. That's why you run it with Blade or Jingliu, for example, but can't with others. So onto our first problem with the Hackerspace set. Very quickly, let's explain what it does. The Hackerspace set will grant the wearer 6% speed, which buffs their base speed, and then when they use an ultimate on an ally, it will give a team-wide 12% speed buff for 1 turn, also buffing base speed. It is a nice set to have, since before this we had no way of benefiting our allies stat-wise through a 4-piece. We only had the pass-by 4-piece as a way of giving our team skill points. This speed buff is decent, but only 1 turn and locked to the ultimate. So it is pretty overrated and not necessary to farm, but both 2 pieces are great on all supports, and the 4-piece problems only really become a problem with Bronya. The first problem we have is how the buff ticks down on turns. So when you cast your ultimate and get this speed buff will tick down on the next turn of every ally. So if you activate it on Bronya's turn, she'll keep the speed buff until her next turn, meaning you don't lose out on that 12% speed buff if you ult on her turn. However, Bronya using her skill on her ally brings them forward to take their turn just after her. That speed buff was not activated on their turn, so they lose that 12% speed buff. In a -1 speed Bronya setup, that now means Bronya is now much faster than the DPS for 1 turn, and now takes action before then, meaning you lose most of the value of her skill and won't be advancing them forward by much. The way of fixing it is ulting outside of Bronya and the DPS's turn, but that's unreliable energy-wise and a bit annoying, and isn't good if you want to stack ults for a big turn of damage, or extend them with someone like Qingxue. So one way is to use ult on the DPS's turn before you skill them, meaning both your DPS and Bronya will lose that speed buff. The other way is you instead ult on the DPS's turn after you use your skill on them. This means the speed buff doesn't tick down on them or Bronya, so they are both in sync and speed buffed for their next action. Though this isn't perfect, as we'll see with problem 2. Problem 2 is in the case of buff removal, and this is very obvious with Jingliu. Consider you now ulted on Jingliu's turn after using your Bronya skill on her to avoid problem 1. Now just a note, you don't want to ult here anyway since Jingliu does no damage outside of her enhanced state, but this is to demonstrate a point about Hackerspace set. Now that you've ulted on Jingliu's turn, everything should be good, right? They both have the speed buff. Except Jingliu advances herself forward upon gaining 2 syzygy stacks, meaning her action ends and she advances herself forward by 100%, gaining a new action immediately, which is not the same thing as an extra turn. It is now technically her 3rd turn, and the speed buff will now tick down at the end of it. So yet again, Bronya will be overtaking Jingliu, and your tuning is ruined until the next turn. The way to fix this is to use Bronya's ultimate on Jingliu's action when she's in the spectral state. That's what you want to do anyway, like I said before, for maximum Bronya buffs on Jingliu's enhanced turns. But that's why it can mess up your Jingliu even more if you don't Bronya ult during her spectral state. Autoplay will still make the mistake of ulting whenever, so there's no true fix unless you manually play. Now, even if you time your buffs well, you time it on the ally's turn, and make sure they don't remove it with an action advance, there's still a final problem of course. Speed has decimals which don't show up in game. Speed subs are 2, 2.3 and 2.6. In game though, they are visually rounded down. So say you have 134.7 speed, it'll show as 134 in game. The third problem is when the speeds of your 2 allies are too close. The problem is niche and doesn't happen often, but still. In the case of your DPS having a lower base speed than Bronya, which is the case with Clara if you use them together, Hook, Blade, Jingliu and Jingxue, this decimal speed can actually mess you up. Let's see why. Like we said at the start, Hexbase 4-piece buffs your base speed by a percentage. So Bronya at 99 speed receives an 11.88 speed buff. Jingliu at 96 base speed, and her speed traces don't count by the way, receives an 11.52 speed buff. So in between these two, you have a 0.36 speed discrepancy. So in most cases you'll be fine. If your Bronya speed pre-speed buffs is within 3 decimal points of your Jingliu's speed, then the speed buff from Hackspace, even if you timed everything perfectly, will make Bronya act first. This decimal point difference will actually happen in autoplay. It's Janetta and Wind, Bronya is Wind, so we must put 2 together right? No. Windset can be used for fast Bronya if you know what you're doing, or in 164 Bronya for a certain tech. Hey, Yoga here, it's about the flip through pros and cons. Then we'll discuss her actual best relics, including the new ones. I think she would be Blade's best support, and we'll explain a little on why. So Bronya is a 5-star wind character, and part of her ultimate, the Bellabog. Her bonus is buff on her ult is first, and then her talent, and then you don't need to all her basics. Now let's check out her awesome Eidolon. So let's discuss relics. So I recommend going Musketeer. I recommend as soon as 1.2 hits to farm the new Hackerspace set. We don't have its percentages, but the way it's worded, it will increase speed of all allies, including herself, so it won't mess up any speed tuning and is a buff in every way. The speed buff on the 2-piece also allow you to go less speed subs to tune to your DPS. You can use that farmed wind set if it works for you. For plain ornament sets, stop running Celestial Differentiator. It's a meme, and it's a 2.56% crit damage buff on her ultimate for allies. And the attack percent from Fleet is stronger and lasts all the fight. So run Fleet for now, and in 1.2 a new best in slot will be the Kill set, giving crit damage to all allies for the whole fight, as well as buffing her crit damage buff on her ultimate. It will probably be a small amount, just like the Celestial set, but the universal crit damage will hopefully be a good amount. The effect resistance pairs nicely with her traces and will promote more effect resistance stacking on her, avoid CC and debuffs in general, ruining her day and her tuning. It will still be basically as good in my opinion. And finally, Bond Whack is needed for the fast Bronya playstyle, which we'll see in a bit. For main stats, you will want to go crit damage chest 1, which means HP percent or def percent, both are great to get a bounce up. Worded, it will increase speed of all allies. Average, it gives you about 4% more efficiency in action value reduction over no win set. So at that point, farming it either gives you 4% more efficiency or ruins your team comp. So I recommend going Musketeer. I recommend as soon as 1.2 hits to farm the new Hackerspace set. I recommend going Musketeer. I recommend as soon as 1.2 hits to farm the new Hackerspace set. Its percentages, but the way it's worded, it will increase speed of all allies, including herself, so it won't mess up any speed tuning and it's a buff in every way. The speed buff on the 2-piece also allow you to go less speed subs to tune to your DPS. You can use that farmed wind set if it works for you. For plain ornament sets, stop running Celestial Differentiator. It's a meme, and it's a 2.56% crit damage buff on her ultimate for allies. And the attack percent from Fleet is stronger and lasts all the fight. So run Fleet for now, and in 1.2 a new best in slot will be the Kill set. Hey, over here, having it can ruin your Bronya setup. So I explained in my very popular Bronya guide why the Wind set was ruining Bronya in some setups, or barely improving her in others, and why it wasn't worth the farm. Well, Hackspace wasn't out at that point, so we have some new problems to discuss. They both are still usable, but here are 4 problems why they might ruin your gameplay. So like and sub if this vid helps you out, and let's begin. Bronya has many ways of being played. You can run her high speed and basic skill rotation to preserve skill points in the case of skill point hungry DPS. You can run her even higher with Dance or Wind set and get 3 actions in the first cycle. Or finally, like a lot of people do, you can run her in a -1 speed Bronya setup, where she will be 1 speed slower than your DPS, ideally at 134 speed, with your DPS at 135. This means you can skill after your DPS has taken their action, and thus double their amount of actions. -1 speed is her best setup and offers the highest damage gain for your DPS, but only if you have the skill points. That's why you run it with Blade or for example, but can't with others. So onto our first problem with the Hackerspace set. Very quickly, let's explain what it does. The Hackerspace set will grant the wearers 6% speed, which buffs their base speed, and then when you use an ultimate on an ally, it will give a team-wide 12% speed buff for 1 turn, also buffing base speed. It is a nice set to have, since before this we had no way of benefiting our allies stat-wise through a 4-piece. We only had the passerby 4-piece as a way of giving our team skill points. Speed buff is decent, but only one turn and locked to the ultimate. So it is pretty overrated and not necessary to farm. From Fleet is stronger and lasts all the fight. So run Fleet for now, and if you want to, a new best in slot will be the heal set, giving crit damage to all allies, or full fight, as well as buffing her crit damage buff on her ultimate. It will probably be a small amount, just like the Celestial set, but the universal crit damage will hopefully be a good amount. The effect resistance pairs nicely with her traces and will promote more effect resistance stacking on her, to avoid CC and debuffs in general, ruining her day and her tuning. Fleet will still be basically as good in my opinion. And finally, Von Whack is needed for the fast Bronya playstyle, which we'll see in a bit. For main stats, you will want to go crit damage chest all the time, and then for boots you go speed or tank, depending on how much speed you want on her. Then you go tank orb, not winch damage percent, it does nothing, and then an NG rope. Tech main stat just means HP percent or death percent, both are great to get a bounce of. And then even with her signature, I still recommend getting an NG rope, since you'd have to run Von Whack if not, and that can ruin slow Bronya's speed tuning. The subset you want to get your speed
Should I build a Bronya? It's so complicated. There are other characters I could build.
Virgin Media, it's playtime. It's decent, but only one turn and locked to the ultimate. So it is pretty overrated and not necessary to farm, but both 2 pieces are great on all supports, and the 4-piece problems only really become a problem with Bronya. The first problem we have is how the buff ticks down on turns. So when you cast your ultimate and get this speed buff will tick down on the next turn of every ally. So if you activate it on Bronya's turn, she will keep the speed buff until her next turn, meaning you don't lose out on that 12% speed buff if you ult on her turn. However, Bronya using her skill on her ally brings them forward to take their turn just after.
Whatever, I just
Her
four
speed buff
pieces
was
per
not
suit.
activated on their turn, so they lose her 12% speed buff. In a -1 speed Bronya setup, that now means
Just
Bronya is now
outspeed my
much
Bronya,
faster.
right? That's easy. The paradise may be unreachable for me.
In the name of madness, we are forged in ice. Never falter! The fight is set.
I should use Bronya for this. Savior, it's in my mercy.
Bring us another victory, Captain.
In the name of madness, we are forged in ice. Never falter! Your end approaches.
Lend me your strength.
I will dispatch you. Is that all? You impede me.
Lend me your strength.
A blade will fail to set. Is that all?
Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Fight is set. That paradise may savor it for me.
Savior, my place for me.
Just a little something.
I will dispatch you. Your end approaches.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Hope you're prepared. Name of madness, forged in ice. Never falter! Is that all? A blade knows no mercy.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
I will dispatch you. Fail to set you. A blade knows that paradise may savor it for me.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
The fight is set. I will dispatch you.
Oh shit, bro. Alright, so what is her...
So speed buff. The subsets you want to get your speed to the right amount.
Chest. Crit damage, boots, speed slash tank. What's 10%?
The subsets you want to get your speed to the right amount, which isn't.
Oh, 10%. I mean, alright, so.
It's how much, but I will try my best in the rotation section. You also want to get the other stuff. You don't necessarily need to roll.
Lending your strength. We enter the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
This ends here. A blade knows no mercy.
This battle is unavoidable.
That paradise, savor it for me. Is that all?
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
The fight is set. Hope you're prepared. In the name of Len, forge to ice. Never falter. I will dispatch you. That paradise may be savor it in my praise.
Damn it. Savior, it's in my place. Alright, so... let's do one more. What's Topaz effect? Zumindest noch mehr deshalb. The Hunt.
What's the latest, Branya? Remember to rest. Don't go taking it.
She's the Hunt.
Easy on me.
Is that all?
Oh.
Lend me your strength. Let the valuation begin.
Choose a support type.
This battle is unavoidable.
Just a little something. Market is unpredictable.
Easy on me. Let the evaluation begin. Confiscated. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Alright, so the targets.
Is that all?
Easy on me. Go Nappy.
Market is unpredictable. That
Hope you're prepared. Is that all?
Let the evaluation begin. Liquidation. There's always a weakness.
that'll take more than a nap time.
Forged in ice. Never falter.
Easy on me. Lend me your strength. Liquidation.
Okay, let's try that.
Let the evaluation begin. Go Nappy. This battle is unavoidable. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Easy on me. Liquidation.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Forged in ice. Never falter.
Let the evaluation begin. Go Nappy.
Non-cha.
Easy on me.
This ends here. In the name of land, we are forged in ice. Never falter!
Let the valuation begin. Lengthen your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Easy on me. Oh, nothing! That's my victory.
Hope you're prepared.
There's always a weakness. Harmless. There's always.
Okay, well, Topaz 8.
Try. Effect resistance pairs nicely with her traces and will promote more effect resistance stack. Run fleet for now, and in 1.2 speed substitute. So I recommend going Musketeer. I recommend as soon as one worded, it will speed up 2 point from fleet. It will probably be good amount C and debuff. So I recommend going Musketeer. I recommend as soon as 1.2 hits to farm the new Hacker's Face there. Don't have its percentages, but the way it's worded, it will increase speed of all allies, including herself, so it won't mess up any speed tuning and is a buff in every way. The speed buff on the 2-piece also allow you to go less speed subs to tune to your DPS. You can use that farmed win set if it works for you. For playing alternate sets, stop running Celestial Differentiator. It's a meme, and it's a 2.56% crit damage buff on her ultimate for allies. And the attack percent from fleet is stronger and lasts all the fight. So run fleet for now, and in 1.2, a new best in slot will be the kill set, giving crit damage to all allies for the whole fight, as well as buffing her crit damage buff on her ultimate. It will probably be a small amount, just like the Celestial set, but the universal crit damage will hopefully be a good amount. The effect resistance pairs nicely with her traces and will promote more effect resistance stacking on her, avoid CC and debuffs in general, ruining her day and her tuning. Fleet will still be basically as good in my opinion. And finally, bottom whack is needed for the fast running playstyle, which we'll see in a bit. For main stats, you will want to go crit damage chest all the time, and then for boots you go speed or tank, depending on how much speed you want on her. Then you go tank orb, not range damage percent, it does nothing, and then an NG row. That means that once C and debuffs, it will be a small amount, just like the Celestial set, but the universal crit damage will hopefully be a good amount. The effect resistance pairs nicely with her traces and will promote more effect resistance stacking on her, to avoid CC and debuffs in general, ruining her day and her tuning. It will still be basically as good in my opinion. And finally, bottom whack is needed for the fast running playstyle, which we'll see in a bit. main stats, you will want to go crit damage chest all the time, and then for boots, you go speed or tank, depending on how much speed you want on her. Then you go tank orb, not wage damage percent, it does nothing, and then an NG rope. Attack main stat just means HP percent or def percent, both are great to get a bounce up. And then even with her signature, I still recommend getting an NG rope, since you'd have to run bottom mic if not, and that can ruin slow your speed tuning. For substats, you'll want to get your speed to the right amount, which is impossible to say exactly how much, but I will try my best in the rotation section. You also want to get crit damage subs, but you don't necessarily need to roll for just them. Remember, just because you can get some more buffs out of it doesn't mean it's the best option. Being tankier, having more effect resistance, is more important than a 2% crit damage buff. She will want some tank substats and most importantly, effect resistant substats. I'd say 8 crit damage subs is a good cap to reach for. We don't know Kill's effect resistance amount, but if it gives 10% effect resistance, like Pangalactic gives 10% effect hit rate, which are equal in subset values, then we're looking at a 50% effect resistance value with Kill, that traces, and 8 effect resistance substats, which halves all debuff chances.
What'd you name? Dollar Euros. Who's done it? Buy your sticker.
Get the official Premier League sticker collection only from Panini and become the GOAT of swaps.
All debuff chances. Her best icon is of course her signature, the NG is 9. For main stats, you will want to go crit damage chest all the time. And then for boots, you go speed or for Zila, you can run 1 to 2 speed behind her and keep turn parity with her talent. This might be a bit different in game. For Yanxing, you need to be like 10 speed behind. For Dan Heng,
if you have to in general, because even if or considering running the 4-piece,
Broken key. Nope, I don't have that. To guard and fan. Crush them. Okay, I guess I pretty much have run this set already. Hard.
Hey everyone, it's Sevi. Be very niche cases for it, aside from thicker shields and better tanking. Now you might wonder if an effect hit rate or EHR body piece is take a turn to an E to keep up. It's a rare stat that you can't get through relic substats, so having that as a rope main stat helps immensely with Japard's energy needs. Once you get a high or max leveled ER link rope on him, you'll likely notice a huge improvement with lower priority, but options are very straightforward. The 4-piece Knight of Purity Palace is his best overall set. It increases defense and the damage absorption of shields created by the wearer, which are both clearly important for Jabard. Then for your cleaner ornaments, the top choice would be Bellabog of the Architects, as
Okay, I need to run May build. Run May!
Hey everyone, it's Sevi, Genius Society member number 81, resources. As for Ruan May's rotation, considering her skill field down difference from your experience, for more consistently achieve a 3-turn ult recharge. time and have better ult uptime, while breaking for speed to hit. Sets an efficient build is going for a 2p combo for speed. You could also swap from go for break effect and protect HP for more tankiness. Get the needed to hit your preferred target. Effect resistance is also welcome to help her avoid debuffs. Now for her relic sets, an efficient build is going for a 2p combo of the Thief of Shipping Meteor for break effect, plus the Messenger Traversing Hackerspace for speed. You could also swap for more survival-oriented sets like damage reduction, HP, or defense if you want more.
Two-piece thief and two-piece messenger, 6% speed. So what is her? Boots. Speed. Speed, 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 speed. Body, HP defense. It's pretty straightforward. Speed, HP, HP, EER. It's kind of cool. Alright.
Lend me your strength.
What the hell? That Himeko did nothing.
Manage to grab some sleep now? Don't burn yourself out.
build your characters, bro. Oh my lord. What's that process? No one builds them. Put crit rate on your shit, bro. Okay, thank you, Jinglet. You're white wolf.
Stand down. Ready for death. Lend me your strength. Tedious. Time fresh nap time. Stand down. This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength. All will be revealed. In lunar flame. Ready for death. Tedious. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend, crush them. Stand down. All will be revealed in lunar flame. Flame. Nap time. There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength. Lend me your strength. Tedious. All will be revealed in lunar flame. Flame. Nap time.
This ends here.
Ready for death. Lend me your strength. Guinafen storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Unleash nap time.
Why is no one building a crit rate on Kafka, bro? I don't know how to click Kafka, bro. One. Bro, build crit rate on her, bro. It's not that hard, bro. I don't know.
What's the latest, Branya? Remember to rest. Don't go taking after me.
Why does no one have crit rate on Kafka? So annoying. Sure, whatever, bro.
no time to lose. Here is thunder.
That'll do now.
In the name of Landfield, forged in ice, never falters. A foregone conclusion. Conflict is hideous.
Lend me your strength.
Follow my charge. Here is thunder.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Naughty child.
Show no mercy. There's no time to lose. Conflict is hideous. Hope you're prepared.
This battle is unavoidable.
Here is thunder.
There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
Follow my charge. Conflict is hideous. Show no mercy.
Radiant spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy.
Bring us another victory.
Name of Landfield, forged in ice, never falters.
Go nothing! Lend me your strength. Liquidation! You'll pay for this. Some weapons The market is unpredictable. Investing in victory means playing the whole game!
In the name of Landfield, forged in ice, never falters.
Easy, Numby. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Confiscated.
Is that all?
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength. Let the valuation begin. Go nothing.
There's more to life. Eternal. Every petal will be swept away by the wind.
Lending your strength. Liquidation. Lending your strength.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Lending your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Right. Investing in victory. Playing the game. Confiscated. Lending your strength. Liquidation. Right. Investing in victory.
A will forged in ice never falters.
That breathing sensation.
All will be swept away by the wind.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Go nothing. To guard and defend. Crush them. Liquidation.
Said Marshall coming from me.
What's the latest, Branya? Remember to rest. Don't go taking after me. Nap time.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Go nothing! Just a little something. Nap time. Liquidation! Right! That's the victory! Playing the long game!
Speed's ahead. Lend me your strength. Nap time. Watch this awesome move. Liquidation. Lend me your strength. Go nothing. Right. Investing in victory. Playing the long game. Told you I could fight. Confiscated. Watch this awesome move. Try that again. Lend me your strength. Right! Investing in victory. Playing the long game. Troublesome. Try that again. Watch this awesome move.
time.
Steady. Try that again. Liquidation. Lend me your strength. Go Navi. Right. Commencing victory means playing the long game. Liquidation. You can't run. Lend me your strength. Try that again. Watch this awesome move. Go Navi. Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Liquidation. Right. Commencing victory means playing the long game.
Kuya,
Hello.
did you eat son?
Yeah.
I buy you a chicken breast there.
Did you?
Yeah. How are you, son?
Okay.
Did you go for a walk?
Yeah.
Lend me your strength. Liquidation. Right. Commencing victory means playing the long game.
Just a little something.
Confiscated. Lend me your strength. Watch this awesome move. You're annoying. Lend me your strength. Right. Commencing victory means playing the long game. Go Navi. Try that again.
Finally. Perfect. Perfect. Whatever. Okay, this is the artifact fucking thing I have to go hard on. Just
I'll take the front line.
no way. Alright.
Manage to grab some sleep net? Don't burn yourself out.
Actually, pretty good piece. It's defense.
I will fight alongside you, Lady Bronya.
This is just Belloc 15. Bruh.
There's always a weakness. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Don't mess with me. I'll end your misery. I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Is that all?
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength. What a headache.
The name of Land forged in ice. Never falters!
Just a little something. Don't mess with me. Who's next? This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. What a headache. I'll free you. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next? Lend me your strength. Don't.
In the name of Land forged in ice. Never falters!
What a headache. Don't mess with me.
This ends here.
I'll free you. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next? of the past.
Is that all? The name of land forged in ice. Never falters!
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength. What a headache. Who's next? I'll eat your misery. Now.
Hope you're prepared.
I'll eat your misery. We've entered a storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. I'll free disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next? You'll pay. Lend me your strength. Don't. I'll eat your misery. That'll take.
This ends here. Name of land forged in ice. Never falters!
To guard and defend. Crush them.
Is that all?
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Nap time. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Forged in ice. Never falters!
Lend me your strength. Who's next? Nap time. To guard and defend. Crush them. Just a little something. Lend me your strength. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next? Lend me your strength.
Will forged in ice. Never falters! Is that all?
Who's next? Nap time. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Lend me your strength. Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
That's better. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. To guard and defend. Crush them. Nap time. Lend me your strength. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Defense, crit. I don't need that, bro. Defense.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Lend me your strength. Who's next? To guard and defend. Crush them. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Nap time.
The will forged in ice never falters.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next?
The will forged in ice never falters.
Nap time. Lend me your strength. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. To guard and defend. Crush them. Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Lend me your strength. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Is that all? The will forged in ice never falters.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Nap time.
The will forged in ice never falters.
To guard and defend. Crush them. Lend me your strength. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I'm okay. Just a little something. Inconvenient.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
A will forged in ice never falters! It'll heal!
Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Nap time.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Who's next? What?
I'm okay.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Lend me your strength. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Nap time.
Is that all?
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. To guard and defend. Crush them. Who's next?
A will forged in ice never falters!
Lend me your strength.
That's better.
Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Lend me your strength. little something. Think nothing of it. Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Nap time.
A will forged in ice never falters. Is that all?
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next? Nap time. Troublesome. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Is that all? A will forged in ice never falters.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Lend me your strength. Who's next? Nap time. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Lend me your strength. Who's next?
A will forged in ice never falters.
Troublesome.
Finally, I got the fence. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. I am reading How to Win Friends and Influence People while I'm farming for this shit. 2 more. I swear to God, if you don't give me... Let me read you a bedtime story. Alright. I asked Miss Thurston to tell me the secret of his success. His schooling certainly had nothing to do with it, for he had ran away from home as a small boy. Became a homo, rode in boxcars, slept in haystacks, begged his food from door to door, and learned to read by looking at a boxcars at signs along the railway. Did he have superior knowledge of magic? No. He told me hundreds of books had been written about Legend Maine, and scores of people he knew as much about it as he did. But he had 2 things that the others didn't have. First, he had the ability to put his personality across the footlights. He was a master showman. He knew human nature. Everything he did, every gesture, every intonation of his voice, every lifting of an eyebrow had been carefully reversed in advance, and his actions were timed to split seconds. But in addition to that, Thurston had a genuine interest in people. He told me that many magicians would look at the audience and say to themselves, Well, there was a bunch of suckers out there, a bunch of hicks. I'll fool them all right. But Thurston's method was totally different. He told me that every time he went on stage, he said to himself, I am grateful because these people come to see me. They make it possible for me to make my living in a very agreeable way. I am going to give them the very best I can. So I'm pretty sure he means being grateful. That is how to be interested in others. They make it possible. He declared he never stopped in front of the footlights without first saying to him over and over, I love my audience, I love my audience. Ridiculous, absurd, you are privileged to think anything you like. I am merely just passing on to you without comment as a recipe used by one of the most famous magicians of all time. George Dyke of North Warren, Pennsylvania, was forced to retire from his service station business after 30 years when a new highway was constructed over the site of his station. It wasn't long before the idle days of retirement began to bore him, so he started filling in his time trying to play music and talk with many of the accomplished fiddlers. In his humble and friendly way, he became generally interested in learning the background and interests of every musician he met. Although he was not a great fiddler himself, he made many friends in this pursuit. He attended competitions and soon became known to the country music fans in the eastern part of the United States as Uncle George, the fiddle scraper from Kansas County. When he heard Uncle George, he was 72, enjoying every minute of his life. By having a sustained interest in other people, he created a new life for himself, at a time when other people considered their productive years over. That, too, was one of the secrets of Theodore Roosevelt's astonishing popularity. Even his servants loved him. His valet, James E. Amos, wrote a book about him entitled Theodore Roosevelt, hero to his valet. In that book, Amos relates to this illuminating incident. Defense. Oh no! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my lord, bro. Come on. My wife one time asked the president about a bob white. She had never seen one and he described it to her fully. Sometime later, the telephone at our cottage rang. Amos and his wife lived in a little cottage on the Roosevelt estate at Oyster Bay. My wife answered it, and it was Mr. Roosevelt himself. He had called her, he said, to tell her that there was a bob white outside her window, and that if he would say look out, she might see it. Little things like that were so characteristic of him. Whenever he went by our cottage, even though it was out of sight, we would hear him just call out, "Ooh, Annie," or "Ooh, James." It was just a friendly greeting as he went by. How could employees keep from liking a man like that? How can anyone keep from liking him? Roosevelt called at the White House one day when the President and Mr. Taft were away. His honest liking for humble people was shown by the fact that he greeted all the White House servants by name, even the scullery maids. But when he saw Alice, the kitchen maid, writes Archie Butt, he asked her if she still made cornbread. Holy crap. I'm not even getting any lightning damage with our effects. If she still made it cornbread, Alice told him that she sometimes made it for servants, but no one ate it upstairs. They showed bad taste. Roosevelt boomed. I'll tell the president so when I see him. Alice bought a piece of him on the plate, and he went over to the office as he... Wait, 1 second. Sky! What are you doing, Sky? Sky, come here! Jump! Jump! Jumpy! Jumpy! Jump, bro, jump! Jumpy! Yay! Stop jumping! Pathetic cat. Don't even show up to my doorstep ever again, little girl. Ow! My legs. Stop, you're getting fur all over my pants, bro. They showed bad taste. Roosevelt boomed. And I'll tell the president so when I see him. Alice bought the piece to him on a plate. And when he went over to the office eating it as he went and greeting gardeners and laborers as he passed, he addressed each person just as he addressed them in the past, like Hoover, who had been head usher at the White House for 40 years, said with tears in his eyes, "This is the only happy day we only had in 2 years. Not one of us would exchange it for a $100 bill." Seeing concern for the seemingly unimportant people helped sales representative Edward M. Sykes, Jr. of Cartham, New Jersey, retain an account. Many years ago, he reported calls on customers for Johnson & Johnson in the Massachusetts area. One account was a drugstore in Hingham. Whenever I went into this store, I would always talk to the soda clerk and sales clerk for a few minutes before talking to the owner to obtain his order. One day I went up to the owner of the store. He told me... Wait 1 second. Let me just reframe this more. Give me a second. Give me a second, little bro. Switch. So right, these guys. This is so good. This piece. Right. I'll probably use this. Defense of the ancients. Defense. Problem is, I don't have a defense for this guy, so it's not annoying. Right, let's just... One day I went up to the owner of the store. He told me to leave as I was not interested in buying Johnson & Johnson products anymore, because he felt they were concentrating on their activities on food and discount stores to the detriment of the small drugstore. I left with my tail between my legs and drove around town for several hours. Finally, I decided to go back and try at least to explain our position to the owner of the store. When I returned, I walked in as usual, said hello to the soda clerk and sales clerk. When I walked up to the owner, he smiled at me and welcomed me back. He then gave me double the usual order. I looked at him with surprise and asked him what happened since my visit only a few hours later. He pointed to the young man at the soda fountain and said that after I had left, the boy had come over and said I was one of the few salespeople that called on the store that even bothered to say hello to him and others in the store. He told the owner that if any salesperson deserved his business, it was I. The owner agreed and remained a loyal customer. I never forgot to be genuinely interested in other people is an important quality for a salesperson to possess. Okay, this is the last fuel I'll be spending on this pointless place. I never forgot to be genuinely interested in other people is an important quality for a salesperson to possess. For any person, for that matter. I have discovered from personal experience that one can win the attention and time and cooperation of even the most sought-after people by becoming genuinely interested in them. Let me illustrate. Years ago, I conducted a course in fiction writing at the Brooklyn Institute of Arts and Sciences. We wanted such distinguished and busy authors as Kathleen Norris, Fan Hurst, Ida Tarbell, Albert Payson, Terhune and Rupert Hughes to come to Brooklyn and give us the benefit of their experiences. So we wrote them saying we admired their work and were deeply interested in getting their advice and learning the secrets of their success. Each of these letters was signed by about 150 students. We said we realized that these authors were busy, too busy to prepare a lecture. So we enclosed a list of questions for them to answer about themselves and their methods of work. They liked that. Who wouldn't like it? So they left their homes and traveled to Brooklyn to give us a helping hand. By using the same method, I persuaded Leslie M. Shaw, Secretary of the Treasury in Theodore Roosevelt's cabinet, George W. Wickersham, Attorney General in Taft's cabinet, William Jennings Bryan, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and other prominent men to come talk to the students of my courses in public speaking. Broadway. All of us, but we workers in a factory, clerks in an office, or even a king upon his throne. All of us like people who admit us, who admire us. Take the German Kaiser, for example. At the close of the World War I, he was probably the most savagely and universally despised man on this earth. Even his own nation turned against him when he fled over to Holland to save his neck. The hatred against him was so intense that millions of people would have loved to tear him limb from limb or burn him at the stake. In the midst of all this forest fire of fury, one little boy wrote the Kaiser a simple, sincere letter glowing with kindliness and admiration for this little boy. This little boy said no matter what the others thought, he would always love Wilhelm as his emperor. The Kaiser was deeply touched by this letter and invited the little boy to come see him. The boy came, so did his mother. And the Kaiser married her. The little boy did not read a book on how to win friends and influence people. He knew instinctively, if we want to make friends, let's put ourselves out to do things for other people. Things that require time, energy, unselfishness, and thoughtfulness. When the Duke of Windsor was Prince of Wales, he was scheduled to tour America South America. Before he started out on that tour, he spent months studying Spanish so he could make public thoughts in the language of the county, of the country, and the South Americans loved him for it. For years, I made it to a point to find out the birthdays of my friends. How? Although I haven't thought the foggiest bit of faith in astrology, I began by asking the other party whether he believed the date of one's birth has anything to do with character and disposition. I then asked him or her to tell me the month and day of birth. If he or she said November 24th, for example, I kept repeating to myself, November 24th, November 24th. The minute my friend's back was turned, I wrote down the name and birthday and would later transfer it to a birthday book. At the beginning of each year, I had these birthday dates scheduled in my calendar pad so that they came to my attention automatically. When the natal day arrived, there was my letter or telegram. What hit I made. Oh my god. Okay. Last one. I swear to God. I was frequently the only person on earth who remembered. If you want to make friends, let's greet people with animation and enthusiasm. When somebody calls you on the telephone, use the same psychology. Say hello in tones that bespeak how pleased you are to have the person call. Many companies train their telephone operators to greet all callers in a tone that radiates interest and enthusiasm. The caller feels the company is concerned about them. Let's remember that when we answer the telephone tomorrow. If you want to make friends, let's greet people with animation and enthusiasm. Let me circle this. How do you naturally do this, though? What if you're actually not interested in the person? You can't fake this. Many companies train their telephone operators to greet callers in a tone of voice that radiates interest in the caller feels the company is concerned about them. Let's remember that when we answer the telephone, training generation not only wins friends for you, but may develop in its customers to a loyalty to your company. In an issue of a publication of the National Bank of North America of New York, the following letter from Adeline Fellows. Okay. Interest. Generally interest. So let's follow our notes, right? Oh, God damn it. Okay. So. The first chapter of part 1 was not criticizing. Negatives of criticism, the power of understanding circumstances and empathy, defense mechanisms of one's psyche towards critique, prevents resentment. Essentially, criticizing others will put them in a defensive mechanism. They will defend themselves because that's what humans do. They don't want it because once you criticize them, they think you are patronizing them. That will build resentment to the person you are talking to. Even though you're right, the human psychology doesn't see it that way. It ends up in grudges. Then you go on to the second part. The concept was it. Appreciation. People crave being important. Appreciate being grateful. What if we compliment people? We appreciate them. We make them feel important. Enthusiasm. Everybody likes a compliment. People crave importance. Learn to appreciate. The power of appreciation. The ability to encourage enthusiasm. Right, encouraging. Avoid flattery, since that is lies. You have to appreciate. In our interpersonal relations, we should never forget all associates are human beings and hunger for appreciation. Now, if you want someone to do something for you, you gotta make them defense. Oh my lord. You gotta give them what they want. Don't preach at them, right? I need to write down these notes tomorrow. But arouse the other person an eager want. Now, being generally interested of others. Again, be interested in others. Do things with other people. Be in the people's sides, you know? Be on their side and stuff like that. Alright, I'm learning. I need to write down general notes about this soon. Oh. Okay. It's 9:44. I gotta meditate soon. I've been playing this for way too long. I gotta stop playing this for a few days or something. Books are really useful. They're really fun to read. It empties my mind and my pacing a lot because I always go so fast. Please kill them, Sila. Nice. Oh my lord. That's not even a good. Oh my. Okay. I see. Up. It's pretty sad. Look at Jabard. Relics. We'll level these guys up later. We don't need it right now. Come with me, take the journey. This guy, we leveled this one up. We lock this. Wait, how do I lock it again? This. And then we have great damage. I can't believe this. And then we have one defense. It's that here. Is there defense? Yep. Probably should go for defense. Alright. We got this. Got this for. Because it goes down to ascending people now. I'll do this later.